And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Atlas FC versus Philadelphia Union in Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League quarterfinal leg 2. It's 0-1 on aggregate. Philly has the 1-0 lead off of the penalty. Atlas, it's down in Jalisco. Can Atlas come back? But this is not over by a long shot. This will be a very tense 90 minutes for the Union. A very tense 90 minutes for Atlas as well. Atlas FC contra Philadelphia Union. La Liga de Campeones de Concacaf de Scotiabank. Cortos de final partido vuelta. 0-1 global. This is going to be a big night. Big night. I think we're all Philly here so far. But with that being said, the late game, the only game of the day. Then we have another one tomorrow. Then the draw on Friday. It's going to be a good time. Starting 11s for Atlas. In goal, Jose Hernandez. The back five, Diego Barbosa, Hugo Nervo, Carlos Robles, Gadi Aguirre, Luis Reyes, Jonathan Herrera, Aldo Rocha, Jeremy Marquez, the midfield three, and Julio Furch, Julian Quinones up top. For Philly, in goal, Andre Blake. The back four, Oliver Mbaizo, Jakob Glesnes, Kai Wagner, and Jack at the back four. The midfield three, El Brujo Martinez, Alejandro Bedoya, Jack McGlynn. Front three, Daniel Gazdag, Julian Carranza, Mikel Ura. And by the way, if Gazdag was to score, that would be really, really, really poetic. But that's just me. So, Raptors lose. I saw BK. Raptors lose. How we doing, Ozan? Vamos Philly. I think we all agree. Chicago went Super Saiyan all because Zach LaVine and DeMar's daughter screaming so loud during Raptors free throws. Raptors missed 18 free throw attempts. Yeah. And Pascal missed 2 of them on that final 3-point free throw. If they did, the game would have been tied. But at least, I don't know if exactly it would have been fully tied. I don't know if they would have got a last shot off. But either way, yeah. Raptors have a crap season and pretty with a bang. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. So, how we doing, Rory? How we doing, Elias? If you were Jim Curtin or Atlas's coach, what would you worry about Atlas and Philly heading into this leg? Honestly, if I was Philly, I'd be more worried about the fans. Like, you could easily get turned by the fans, I should say. That could definitely make the night go nuts. But those fans have already been frothing at the mouth. Atlas fans have been frothing at the mouth after last week. So, you know, I wouldn't be too, comfortable. Atlas, they could lose their head. I think there's a definite 12th man effect here tonight that I wouldn't be shocked about happening. Philly versus Atlas, both teams could lose their head very easily. And those fans could definitely egg it on. So that's the one thing I'm really worried about. You don't want to be Atlas and say, hey, we're going to give the fans what they want and just go full Rambo. And you don't want to be Philly and the fans make you lose your mind and forget your center. You don't want that. So it's definitely a balancing act, and I think that's the thing I'd be most worried about. But that's just me. We don't like BK ads here. Going to be a good game tonight. I hope so. The Blue Jays were already good. Jack McGlynn show, I hope so. With a little bit of Daniel Gazdag, hopefully. Pascal Siakam flipped on that last foul. He jumped into Caruso. You know what they say, though? Ball don't lie. Well, I didn't see that. I was watching the Blue Jays. They won, too, so they're still undefeated every game I've seen them play this season. 3-0 for the Jays, so it was worth it. Austin 2 won 3-0. I can't believe it, especially against North Texas. Because that's what FS1 chose to put on, because there's this only the late game. That's what they chose to put on. I don't know. I'd rather watch NASCAR documentaries. Hell, I watch the Blue Jays, so I didn't really have to just sit here, watch, and wait for CCL to start. So there you go. But hey, that's what they chose. Watched on my iPad. Nice. I think the Heat lose to the Bulls on the 14th. I hope so. Philadelphia Union, Andre Blake, Kai Wagner, Jack Elliott, Jakob Glesnes, Oliver Mbaizo, El Brujo Martinez, Jack McGlynn, Ali Bedoya, Daniel Gazdag, Mikhail Ura, and Julian Carranza to start for Philadelphia. Liga MX Stadium empty as per. I think that was the pre-game drone shot. I think there's going to be people there, but we'll see. Atlas going to sit in Philly place today. My brain's thinking this is going to be 2-0 Atlas. Don't know why. Interesting. Atlas. Do you like TUDNA commentator Enrique Bermudez? You'd have to point him out to me. I'm not that fluent, and I can't really pick out their voices yet. So if he's the head commentator that did the Toronto Tigres game, that were my goal call, I've pretty much just shamelessly lifted my goal call from, yeah, I do. Atlas starting lineup. Hernandez in goal, back five, Reyes, Aguirre, Robles, Nervo, Barbosa, Marquez, Rocha, Herrera, Quinones, and Furch. So we are going true Christmas tree. Giant back, trunk, and it just gets smaller as it goes. That's a Christmas tree. You got the trunk, you got the giant bottom. Islanders are in. Penguins out for the first time since 05-06. I can't believe it. Game's about to start. 2 minutes. We'll be on our way. 2-0. First year Crosby. Yep. Nice. I think it's a nice place to sit. It looked pretty good. Phillies putting all their eggs in the CCL basket. That's why their MLS record is trash. I hope that's how it looks, because it didn't look like it the first leg against Alianza or the first leg against Atlas. The only time they looked like they were CCL contenders was that second leg against Alianza. Did I say Alianza the first time? I may not have, but you know what I mean. 2 out of 3 games, they've looked like crap and they've just skated by. Let's hope that changes tonight. Let's hope that changes. Bermudez is commentating for this leg. Well, I'm doing this and I'm watching on FS1, so imagine if football did double elimination. That'd be terrible. Oh, you wish the Canadian Premier League's doing double elimination in the playoffs this year. Huh? Speaking of double elimination, you want to see it happen? What's the Canadian Premier League playoffs this year when it comes up? They're doing double elimination. Yeah. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. No joke. Canadian Premier League's doing double elimination. I think it's going to be cool. I just want to see how it turns out. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I want to see how it plays out. But if you don't like it, well, be careful what you wish for. The Canadian Premier League's going to give you what you want, or what you don't want, so to speak. Be careful what you wish for. Avalanche got a point against the Oilers, is still first in the division. Nice. Will Mane remain a Bayern player after that Sané scuffle? I think they'd probably keep Mane over Sané. But that's just me. I mean, we've seen how much Mane matters to a team, because look at Liverpool right now. Leroy Sané can't bring what Sadio Mane brings. So. Or sell him to an Italian team and pay for it, just like Liverpool did. Starting, we're about to start. Hextall's getting fired up Pittsburgh. I know it. Yeah, I believe it. Oilers on fire, peaking at the right time. Really? Only video game tournament should be double elimination. Yes, really. Nice. I got Philly tonight. I got them winning 1-0. We've kicked off Philly in their new away kits, their pastel yellow and blues, their Simpsons kits. Yeah, that's just what I'll call them. Atlas in their red and black. I do like the Philly kits, though. We're starting off 0-0, 0-0. Philly with a lead as of now. A 1-0 win for Atlas would send it to penalties. Philly scores. They're in the catbird seat. Yeah, Drake Calendar's in the U.S. roster for the Continental Classico, but Sean Johnson is too. And, well, Sean Johnson finished above him, so you know who's starting. Our boy, Sean Johnson. Destroy Atlas for Chivas fans, Philly. I hope they do too. Simpsons kit. I mean, that's what you got to call it for. I mean, that's what you're going to call it. OKC 14-21 Pelicans. What? The Pelicans are winning over OKC? When did YouTube at the emoji reaction thing? There's a heart, happy face, 100% in a party hat. I thought they've had those in chat for ages. I could have sworn. 2 minutes or 120 shot over the bar. Philly is starting off on the front foot. Well, Eric Cartman said beefcake, not Homer. Where's the Union jersey, brother? I ain't got one. Not yet, at least. Should I buy last year's away jersey after it drops a little bit, or buy the Simpsons kit? I think I'm buying the Bayou kit if I do. The old away jersey at a drop. Probably. If I do. Or when I do, I should say. Martinez over the bar. But hey, Philly's on the front foot. But I'm still wearing your colors. So blue and gold. The blue is definitely dark enough. The gold, maybe a bit too light. Blue and yellow San Diego Chargers. The San Diego Android Chargers. And now no Chargers, no. And now no Chargers, no. You teed that one up for me. You easily teed that one up for me. 0-0, 0-0, 3 minutes in. Greetings, crack. Today, Philadelphia wins. Greetings from Honduras. I don't know what you say, but I believe you. Saludos. Saludos. Saludos, amigo. You're not a fan of the Super League. Me either. I actually like those. Actually, now that I say it, I actually like these new Philly away kits. The more I'm looking at them, I like it. Have a feeling this will go to penalties. I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think Atlas comes out and just smacks Philly like they did Olympia. I don't see it. I also don't see Philly coming out and smacking Atlas, but there'll be a 1-0 win somewhere. Well, yeah. Also happy to see LeBron's in the playoffs. Hey, he had a good game last night. So I heard. You know, it kind of sucks when LeBron's not in the playoffs. I have to admit it. Last year sucked. I actually would agree with that, yeah. Leagues Cup 2023. The way things look for me, Gold Cup, possible vacation to Pigeon Forge, 75% likely. Then the Leagues Cup. But the All-Star game falls in that vacation. But there could be some cool stuff with the All-Star game if we could get it done. If I'm there. Just saying. There could be some cool backdrop, I should say. Will LeBron win another chip? No, not this year at least. Yeah, hopefully it's with Cleveland. I just have a feeling, well, no, Cleveland's actually good. Ugh, Detroit maybe? How we doing? Dr. Negative, 5th minute, 0-0, 0-0. At this point, I'm just rooting for the Clippers. Hope Philly can pull a result in Mexico, which is not an easy thing to do. No, the Bonds. Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds were on the same team together. Griffey Jr. and Sr. were on the same team together in Seattle. You don't remember? Well, you weren't alive, but it's happened before. Maybe the first time in our lives that we'll be able to see it, but Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds played together. Griffey Sr. and Jr. both played together. Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. on the Mariners. It's happened a couple of times in history. Did one of the Boones play with their sons? Well, you may have seen it then. I didn't. Jesus Christ, I could have thought you were 26. I thought you were a bit younger. Damn, time flies. All Madrid, yeah, Chelsea sucks. No, they shouldn't. Well, they did for the final, but not for the round of 16. 6 minute. Especially if it's all knockouts. 6 minute, 0-0, 0-0. Bobby was a coach. Did Bobby and Brett Hull play together? Nah, that one I don't know. Probably, though. Well, the Griffeys still played together. 6 minute. Outlaws is still sloppy. Yeah, they're bottom of the league. Well, 13th place. They're just out of repechaje. Of course they're sloppy. Of course they're sloppy. If the Avs win tomorrow, then we clinch the division. Well, yeah. Next year, that's a single-legged final. Single-legged final. I think it's at the Better Team Stadium, but it might just... I don't know. Maybe I think it's at the Better Team Stadium. I don't think it's a neutral venue. I think it's the Better Team Stadium on the table. Oh, no. Atlas has a chance. Shot past the post. That'll be a goal kick for Blake. Marquez almost. Go look up foxsports.com. Go to Watch Now tab or pull up incognito window. Go to foxsports.com. Click the Watch Now tab if you don't have an account. Go to the Watch Now tab. Click Atlas versus Philly. You have a free hour preview pass. And then at halftime, do the same thing. You'll be able to watch it through that. 2 incognito windows. Do this situation over at half. That's basically the best thing I got right now. Or if you have a VPN, Concacaf's YouTube channel, or you're outside the U.S. and Mexico, Concacaf's YouTube channel. One of those two things. That should be a penalty. No, Atlas will go forward. I mean, I agree, but if it's a one-legged final, it should be. But Carranza playing forward. So, either or. If you're in the U.S., honestly, it's really good quality, foxsports.com. Free preview pass. Every time you open up incognito window, it's a new hour. Easy. If you're outside the country, well, if you're in the U.S., you could also use a VPN for CONCACAF's YouTube channel. But if you're outside the country or Mexico, CONCACAF's YouTube channel. Either way, the CONCACAF YouTube channel is definitely legal. The foxsports.com part, maybe a little bit, not moral, but still through them. Free kick here. So, hopefully that helps you. Wagner to take this free kick for Philly. 8th minute, 0-0. Played over the top. Header to be cleared. That'll be goal kick. But yeah, I agree. It should be neutral. Philly's playing better than Atlas right now. I got to tell you, they're playing better. They're playing better. Corner for Philly. My bad. It didn't even go out. Corner for Philly. McGlynn to take. Can Jack McGlynn get an assist here? Wouldn't be an Olympico. Carranza's just bodying somebody in the box. Crossed by McGlynn. A little bit too lofted. The header by Carranza. Out for a goal kick to Hernandez, the backup keeper for Atlas. It's not Camilo Vargas tonight, which definitely could hurt. Could definitely hurt Atlas here. 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in. Goal kick. Landeskog has decided, now deemed, not to return at all this season. And my chat. Freaking damn it. All right. Wonder why. Playing forward. I have to read it through here. Philly's trying to break through the wall. I believe it. No era penal. goal kick. Kale McCarr's back skating with the Avalanche. Looking like we'll have our men back before playoffs. Nice. Imagine if UCL went back to two straight two-leg knockouts. The UCL always have two-leg knockouts. What are you talking about? Carranza might be the softest player. I mean, he's a good striker. Goal for Atlas. Playing forward. Good play here. Falls down. Shot. Goal. 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 Quiñones. Julian Quiñones. With the give and go. Takes a banger. Golazo. Golazo de Atlas. 1-0. It's tied. It is tied. Penalty shootout if this holds. Both teams have a home goal. Quiñones gets the tie. On the night, it's a lead. 1-0 esta noche. Global 1-1. In the 12th minute. As of now, we could be going to penalties. We want to see penalties. Have ourselves a game. I really do want to see a penalty shootout. And me too. Julian Quiñones with the goal. Beautiful goal by Quiñones. Atlas reminds me of Croatia. That is just sacrilege. They do not. I don't know what you see that I do or I don't, but they do not remind me of Croatia. Croatia's a lot tougher. Quiñones is Atlas's most important player. True. I don't see it. I don't see it. Have to read the comments over here, so if I look over there. Comments crapped out over here. Croatia's clear of Atlas. Exactly. Like, I don't see what you mean. I don't see it. I think Croatia is more of a tougher defensive team. No extra time makes me not want to take this tournament seriously. Yeah. Sup, Ryan? Go Rapids. How we doing, Mile High? Yeah, the last time that there should have been extra. Oh, here's the funny part. In the final, there could be extra time. But guess what? In 2018, straight to penalties. You know what would have happened if we had extra time? Toronto would have won. We got screwed because the next year they brought back extra time. Yeah, we got screwed. Thoughts on the Raptors losing to Bulls? The Raptors suck. Okay, they just suck this year. Simple as. Like, I'm starting to think they don't care. They're happy they got their title. Like, seriously, it's like, oh, we need to rebuild. We're going to build around Scotty. We got Jakob Poeltl back. Yeah, no. And Fred's going to be gone. Like, Gary Trent Jr., I mean, he's good. I mean, seriously, the Raptors just suck this year. They've fallen apart. They suck. We won't even get a good draft pick because we made the play-in. It was all a waste. It was a complete and total waste. This is not what I expect. This is like 2014 Raptors stuff, but at least then we didn't have the title ambitions. We were just growing. Now it's like, oh, now that we won a title, people are going to want another. And they've done nothing since. Like, since Tampa, it's all been a joke for the Raptors. That's the point. It's been a joke since Tampa. And I can understand Tampa, but other than that, Atlas always plays at the level of their opponents. Then why are they 13th place in Liga MX? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't compute. I suck at math, but that doesn't compute. Croatia will probably run over Atlas, to be quite honest. Oh, is that why you compared them to Croatia? Fair. But yeah, Croatia would run them over. I agree. Montreal for sure is winning the spoon. I told you on the predictions. I told you. Since day one, Montreal was going to win the spoon. I'm not going to regret that prediction. I can tell you that much. What if you start a podcast called Straight Depends? That's actually a pretty good name. 18, Andre Blake with a save. Go Nuggets, says my high. Go Nuggets, go Avalanche. I mean, hopefully they do good. 32 OKC, New Orleans, Nolans 29, end of the first quarter. Interesting. Going to game 2, says Isaiah for the Nuggets. Uda almost. Quinones carries Atlas. I believe it. Who do you think Nuggets are facing? Didn't we already figure that out? Oh, wait. No, that's the Timberwolves. Yeah, okay. Timberwolves. Probably the Timberwolves. I don't see the Pelicans or the Thunder beating the Timberwolves. I don't see it. It's probably going to be Minnesota. Right? I saw a couple of your jerseys. Yeah, I think they're cool. The Netherlands one was cool. That Portugal one is amazing. I love that. Now I want one. That Portugal 2005, I want one. Jeez, that's amazing. Got to go looking on eBay now. Tickets next to the Nuggets players tunnel, 3 rows back from the regular courtside seats, having some chicken and rice. Nice. What's the most money you'll ever pay for one jersey? Ooh, I don't like buying authentics that aren't MLS because those are so damn high. But like $300, like I would pay $300 for a jersey, especially if it was like a throwback older jersey on eBay and that's all I could find and it's in really good condition. I would do it. But for something current, if it's not an MLS authentic, I'm not buying authentic. They're all replicas. Because MLS authentics they used to be pretty cheap, but this year they kind of hiked a bit. But when it comes to my team, yeah, of course I'm going to buy the authentic jersey. But it's not out of my price range. $300 jerseys are more like throwbacks. Like if I found a Tom Brady Super Bowl 36 jersey and it was in really good condition and it was 300 something bucks, then I would do it because that makes sense. But beating LAFC ain't for everyone. Who's beat them this year? Okay. My City and Inter and Dortmund jerseys, all replicas, because Nike ain't trying to screw us over with different designs versus what players wear. This is true. But Adidas does. So, but I wouldn't. Like, not every team would be an authentic, but if I really want the authentic for another MLS team, I would. But to me, the Philly Vasco da Gama kit was the black one with the sash, random one. I don't know how I found. Got it for $15. That's actually pretty good. I like that. That's actually pretty good. 18th minute, 1-0. Was that like Marshalls or something? Like, for some reason, I go to Ross. There's nothing. But I've heard of people finding football kits at Ross and stuff like that. How we doing, Hans? Tigres beat them 2 years ago. Oh, I thought you were talking about this season. Those teams are so different. Like, vibes and just talent. Like, they had Bacala back then in 2020. And they just seemed like big bads. Now, LAFC seems kind of cool with Sharundalo and Buanga and all that. Cross in, McGlynn. Header. Oh, like, you know how much I've turned on LAFC, like, in a good way. Like, I would buy their jersey now. Like, I used to say I'm not buying their jersey. Them and Montreal were the two that I would never buy. At this point, I would put an LAFC jersey in my collection. Simple as. Because it was Bacala that I hated. It wasn't the players. It was Bobby Bacala. It was Bob Bradley. I tried to like him for 6 months. It did not pan out. He was always, even if he does win us something, he's still kind of a jerk. He's still a jerk, even if he does win Toronto something. I mean, remember that interview he did during the Eastern or Western Conference Final when they lost to Seattle or somewhere around? Wait. It was 2019 playoffs, and he just walked off. Stupid question thing, remember that. Was it the final or was it the LA Galaxy game? Yeah, it was the first one. I was like, oh, there we go. Yeah. Poster you signed brings to the Nuggets playoff game, gets signed by the players. Nice. But yeah, I'd totally buy an LAFC jersey. That's how much I've... Probably Bouanga, too, honestly. I want a Bouanga jersey. No joke. I want a Bouanga jersey. He's damn good. That's the Salazar. Well, I mean, okay, no. This is before I didn't like Sebi Salazar. That was before I was like, oh, he sucks. I felt sorry for him. Then on Football Americas, they started that show, and he just runs his mouth, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. But at the point, I felt sorry for him when Bradley was an ass to him. I kind of look back at it and laugh at it. But, you know, if I knew then what I knew now, I probably wouldn't feel sorry for Salazar. But in the moment, I was. But now he just runs his mouth. What a pass to Quinones. That was beautiful. 1-0. You know, it's always Herc's better. Herc's the one who's 99% right. Sometimes Salazar, well, a broken clock is right twice a day. But that's about it. And sometimes a working clock is broken twice a day. So bring back Chris Armas. Hell no. I will rip my hair out. I will rip my hair out. I will give Bacala one thing. He's better than Armas. Just barely. Now, if it's Red Bulls, sure. You know, if it's Red Bulls that bring back Armas, sure. Sure. Hell, I'd even feel sorry for him if he came back under these circumstances. But, you know, I'd feel sorry for him, actually, if he came back under the Struber, Van Zier circumstances. But, you know, Marsh ain't. So, Philadelphia. Carranza got fouled by Nervo, or at least they think. Yeah, I say that's a foul. That Italy-Brazil 2014 Italian national team jersey got separate for 45, 40 for the Puma, 5 for the World Cup Italy. Wonder how long Bob Bradley will stay at TFC. Wagner. Kai Wagner with a corner, or the pass in, header away, and cleared. That'll be a throw-in. No, negative. Chris Armas did not get Toronto to the Champions League. Greg Vanney did. And then some backroom deals. Whoa. Time out OKC. How we doing, HJU? Chivas Toronto was one of the best finals. I agree. The mere mention of which makes me want to cry myself to sleep. Cross in. But no, Armas did not get Toronto to the Champions League. It was Vanney. And some help from Vancouver, but whatever. He did not. And some backroom deals. But we did win a tie with him, so fair enough. Fair enough, but still. Playing forward, throw in for Atlas. 23rd minute, 1-0, 1-0 as this sits. Goes to a penalty shootout after 90. At this point, I feel sorry for Vanney at the Galaxy. Me too. I miss Greg. Come home. And I mean actually come home. Too bad St. Louis doesn't have a basketball team because Ryan can go to the playoff games. If they were playing the Raptors, which would be the NBA Finals, which they probably neither of them will ever make again. If Red Bulls bring back their old coach, I'd definitely pull out my hair out, especially when they won Supporters' Shield. At least it's them. Vanney, Galaxy, worse than Toronto FC prime Greg Vanney. Hell, 2020 Greg Vanney TFC was better than whatever the Galaxy got. And it's kind of his fault. It's not his fault. Well, no, it's not his fault. I mean, it's not Vanney's fault. I hope that the Galaxy throw him under the bus, but it doesn't seem like it. And Bacala screws up to the point where they lose a playoff game in a heartbreaking way, just so Vanney could come home. Haaland already has 45 goals this season in all comps. How many will he finish with? 50. 52. 52. Still pretty even. Will I do a USA-Mexico watch-along? Yes. And I guarantee you that the thumbnail will have Sean Johnson on it because he got called up. And he's our guy. So, there you go. Penguins lost a 17-year playoff run tonight. Sometimes that happens. Philadelphia got that through. And that shot blocked away for a corner for Philadelphia. Philadelphia trying to get their lead back. Uda was clean through, but a good defensive play there. 1-0 esta noche, 1-0 on the night, 1-1 on aggregate, 1-1 global. Thoughts on the USMNT's roster for April 19th. It's a pretty good roster for a all-MLS roster plus one European player. I think Dest is a good player to have. I think Brandon Vasquez will do amazing as starting. I think Sean Johnson will be an amazing goalkeeper in that match because, well, hell, he saved Toronto's ass more times than I could count. So, you know. So, I would say it's a pretty good roster for an all-MLS team. And I've seen the Mexican roster, and it's kind of mid. I think the U.S. might just win that game anyway. It's kind of mid. What'd you say about Serginho Dest? Razor Ramon or Cody Rhodes? Razor Ramon. That's an easy answer. Did Fuller and Balogun make the switch to U.S. yet? It seems like he's about to. He hasn't completely made the switch. Headed away and cleared for Philly. 27th minute. James Sands for the Gold Cup. Or they bring James Sands back. I'm happy they did too. But yeah, Razor Ramon's better than Cody Rhodes. What question is that? Gadi Aguirre running back. Not running away, but running back. Destin Europe is ass, but for the USMNT is good. Who do you go for? The Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Rangers. Maple Leafs. Kid taking corners for Philly looks 15. I mean, he's only 3 years older, right? I mean, I've seen freaking 18-year-olds look 15. Sometimes people look 25 when they're 18. Who knows? It's not too weird. One post saw possibly getting Julian Quinones to Mexico, which I don't really see that happening. You do realize their coach is Diego Coca, though. Diego Coca made Julian Quinones his career. I wouldn't be shocked. 28th minute. Naturalize him. He's there. Shot! Goal! Carranza! Goal! Goal! Offside. Wait. Offside. 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 Damn it. I mean, they're going to check it, though. Carranza came back. He was in line with the last defender. He's on. He's on. What the? He's on. No header offside. He's on. At least they're checking it. He's on. He's straight up on. They're going to check it, though. He's on. He is on. Explain to me how he's off. Goal's not invalid yet. Right now, it's still possibly 1-1. They're still checking it. Carranza got the goal. If it is given, Carranza has got the goal if it's confirmed. SofaScore says clear goal. Macacazzo, Concacaf. They're going to VAR. It's a goal for Philadelphia Union. Philly and Julian Carranza has their equalizer and their aggregate lead back with the away goal. Philly is on the verge. 30th minute or 29th minute, Carranza. Beautiful shot, too. Played in by McGlynn. Onside is Carranza. Brings it down. Beautiful shot. Julian Carranza. Philadelphia scores. Goal, Philadelphia. Julian Carranza. The Julians both have scored. Julian Carranza. '29th. I'll give it when they gave it. 1-1. 1-1 esta noche. 1-2 global. 1-2 on aggregate. No penalty shootout. The penalty shootout is out of play. We need to trademark Ron Anderson goal. Goal, 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 goal de Philadelphia. Goal de Julian Carranza. 1-2 Uno. Loss will win by cheating. They almost did. Rot loss will win by cheating. They almost did. Loss has to score 2 more now. I don't think they will. How does it feel when VAR goes against you, Rot loss? How does it feel? Just wait. Toronto's going to kick your ass in July, too. Just wait. Toronto's going to kick Rotloss's ass in July, I believe. Just wait. Where's the Outlaws fan who's usually here? Randy ain't here. He ain't here. I wonder why. Philly's leading now, so they can't mess this up. Randy probably don't want to get shit talk at him. He throws the banter, but he can't handle the banter. Come on, Philly, win this thing. Let's go. Doop. He can't handle it. Randy too chicken to show up. Exactly. Things go well for Rot Loss. He shows up. Have you noticed? And if it's not a Rot Loss game, he shows up to talk shit. But if they're losing, he never shows up. Have you noticed that, though? Because I think I have. He talks shit when they're good, and he talks shit when they're not playing, but when they're losing. Because he came up when they were beating the hell out of Olympia and turned that over. He didn't show up in leg 1. He didn't show up in leg 1 of the Philly tie. He didn't even show up when they had the tie. Told you Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid y nada más. Well, I mean, I win either way. Hope TFC gives Outlaws the Charlotte treatment. I would love it. Randy like Cardi. Dishes it like no other, but can't take it when it comes back. But let's just be clear. I win either way. With Chelsea versus Real, I win either way. I may want Chelsea to win more than Real, but I can expect that Chelsea's going to screw it up, and then they did. But Real still goes forward. So in the end, I still win. So I still win. Just let's remember, I still win. As long as I don't bet on it, I still win. Which I didn't bet on it, so. Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid y nada más. 33rd minute. Hopefully they beat City. 33rd minute. Because how did City even beat Bayern? That's the question. 33rd minute. 1-1. Uno. Cross in. Philly. Saved. Thoughts on the New York Islanders playoff qualification? Good for them. They just got there. That's all. Good for them. They made the playoffs again. After making, 2 straight Eastern Conference Finals and missing the playoffs? Furch. Oh, what a beautiful... That should not be a penalty. Good defensive play by Elliott. For some reason, I want City to win the Prem, but not the Champions League. I want them to lose both. The Tuchel ban will not stand. Let's respect Tuchel. Come on now. Mueller ghosted and Haaland took advantage. He finally beat Bayern once. Islanders fans are mad at you for saying that. Well, I don't like the Islanders, so. Okay. And Bizo got a yellow. I don't like the Islanders. I don't like them. I wanted them to lose to the Habs. I wanted the Penguins to make the playoffs. So, yeah. City wins too much. Well, they also cheat. That's the thing. Playing forward. What a save, Blake! What a save! 35th minute. Now they'll definitely be mad at what I just said. But have you ever visited New York City before? No. Blake, massive save. Yeah, what a save. Oh, we could see another here. Quinones trying to find a play through. Rocha past the post. I hope Arsenal bottles. I don't. I want Arsenal to win the league. And let's also remember, missing the playoffs after back-to-back Eastern Conference final appearances. That's what happened. That's what happened. I'm not lying. That's what happened. Like, facts shouldn't piss you off. The truth shouldn't piss you off. That's what happened. Balake, Key and Peele joke. I get it. The truth shouldn't piss you off. The facts shouldn't piss you off. That's what happened. Now, me saying I'd rather have seen the Penguins make the playoffs, that could piss you off. I don't like the Islanders, that could piss you off. I was speaking facts. They're going to VAR? No. 36 minute. No, it'll be a free kick. Y'all are confusing me between the New York City and Manchester City comments. The truth hurts. It does sometimes. But if it's the truth, it shouldn't piss you off. That's a quote. That's a quote. New Yorkers, City FC. I mean, I really don't. Like, New York City FC, I'm okay with. Man City, though, because here's the thing. The one thing the salary cap saves is that City has to work under those constraints. New York City. They do. If you didn't pick the Leafs, who would you pick in the East? The Bruins. To win? To get out of the East, if it wasn't the Leafs, the Bruins. To root for? I know Rory's a Habs fan. If we're talking about the playoffs to get out, if it wasn't the Leafs, the Bruins. To root for? I'd just be rooting for the Blues. Which they're the West, but I'd just be rooting for the Blues if I didn't root for the Leafs. Rangers Cinderella run, not happening. No. And Beisel. And Beisel with a great run there. 38th minute or 37th minute. Philly's in a very good position. They have to allow, if they allow 2 goals, they deserve to be knocked out. Uda cleared away. 38th minute. And then we have Motagua Tigres tomorrow. And then the draw on Friday at 2. And I'll be here for it. Saturday, TFC. Sunday, we'll be doing El Trafico live. And I'll be recapping the Champions League. So, quarterfinals and semifinals. I'm predicting the semifinals and recapping the quarterfinals. I have to do that, so. What do you think about learning stuff using virtual reality headsets and virtual classrooms? I'm good with it. I think AI, VR, I mean, it's the way of the future. You haven't seen nothing yet. ChatGPT is just the beginning with AI and VR. AI is probably more likely to really break out, but VR is part of it. Point is, you've seen nothing yet. 10 years from now, life will never be the same. What you think life is, in 10 years, everything is going to be completely different. The singularity will be here in 10 years. AI will change everybody's life. Hopefully for the better. It may not be, but I would say hopefully for the better. Then once that happens, longevity research will definitely kick in gear as well, because AI can really help with that. And we're already on a precipice with longevity as well. So thanks for doing the draw on Friday. No problem. So Concacaf recap and predictions will be on Sunday. So because of that, but we got ready. Do you think there'll be a machine with consciousness and think independently? Now, it'll happen at some point. I don't know if it'll happen that quickly, but I think AI isn't really thinking independently, and it doesn't have a consciousness. Even if there was a singularity, it's smarter than a person. ChatGPT in the future could predict Champions League correctly. Maybe. Like AI singularity is if a AI is just as genius as a human. That doesn't mean it has a consciousness. That doesn't mean it thinks independently. Cross shot over the bar. What a save by Mbaizo to put that over. Why did Mane punch Sane? I have no idea. But with that being said, I would definitely, not 10 years, but I definitely could see there being an AI, a machine with consciousness and thinking independently at some point. Once you hit the singularity, anything can happen. So maybe 2045. It's a lot of time back to the galaxy. I could see it. I use ChatGPT for stats and only has data since until 2021 because it's machine learning. It's still learning, and I don't think anybody's really popped into the stats. They want you to pay extra to subscribe to ChatGPT 4. Wow. I don't. It helps fund research, so I'm not against it if that was the case. I'm not against it because it helps them further more research. 10 years is too far away. Huh? I need my cyborg twins humping bots for next year. I cannot wait that long. I just want longevity escape velocity. Are you kidding me? Or at least mind upload. Either way. Hey, yo. I don't know. I don't even know. No. What's wrong with him? I don't know. I don't know. I just want longevity escape velocity. I just want longevity escape velocity. That's all I want. Or mind uploading. That's all I want. Jeez. I think it'll happen at some point in my lifetime, but that's all I want. That's all I want. You out of your mind. Like, that's not what I would use AI for, the bots. That's not what I would use it for. You start doing stuff like that, we're going to get RoboCop. You don't want that. No, you don't want. You start doing stuff like that, you're going to get RoboCop. Even Ray Kurzweil didn't predict that. And he's pretty much on the money with his predictions, just so you know. You know, I like that idea, actually. I want AI to control a video game as well as a pro Call of Duty gamer. Ozon knows about. Ozon knows. What part of the game is this? 43rd minute. Bedoya. Throw in for Atlas. Oh, boy. Lol. Oh, boy. Here we go. Carranza. Playing forward. Gazdag. McGlynn shot over the bar. Philly. No. No. Put your head back down. No. No. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Oh, man. No way. I see Atlas coming back. After that, maybe. After that, I think, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Coach! How you gonna let him put it over the bar like that? Oh, the turf monster just popped up. 45th minute. Coach! From deep. I'm pretty good at shooting a basketball. I just can't do a layup. But I could shoot the three and I could shoot mid-range. How they missed that shot, it was easy money. I have no idea. 45th minute. Ryan is funny now. I've always been. Or is it just saying tonight we finally got to the funny portion of the stream? Is that what we're saying? 3 minutes of stoppage time. OKC 57-63 Nolans at halftime. Last goal. Shot goal, Furch! 2-1. Philly still leads on away goals. But that miss may have just cost Philly. They either park the bus at the half or they score again. Either way, 45 minutes. Loss has to score one more and keep Philly to 1. But as of now, Philly would still advance. Julio Furch taps it in. Dos a uno. 2-2. Global. So far, away goals. Remontada. No. I don't want to see it. Herrera with a beautiful cross into Furch for the tap in. Blake couldn't get there to stop him. It's 2-1. 2-1. 2-2 Global. Away goals to Philly. Goals de visita de Philly. And Mora gets a yellow card. 45 plus 1 for Furch. Oh, this game. Twists and turns, baby. Twists and turns. Are you a lefty shooter like James Harden or right shooter like Ray Allen? Lefty. I'm a left-hander. Lefty. Southpaw. Lefty. Boom. Lefty. Headed away. 47th minute. 48th minute. Lefty. I didn't go to Catholic school. I'm a Baptist. So I use my left hand. They didn't smack it with a fish. I didn't go to a school where they smacked my left hand with a fish. That's why I'm a lefty. Lefty. Have you not noticed I write with my left hand? Have you not noticed? Like, you've been watching this all this time, and I got the book. Like, have you not noticed? Have you not? You do realize if you're Catholic, they try to stop you from being a lefty. It was sort of a King of the Hill joke, because I think that's where the fish thing came from, or something like that. But also a ruler would do the trick. But I think the fish thing came from King of the Hill. It's probably a ruler, but I don't know where the fish joke came from, but I think it was King of the Hill. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, though. McGlynn to take the free kick. Or was it Family Guy? Either way, it came from somewhere. I didn't just think of that. It was one of them. But I think it was King of the Hill or Family Guy. I don't think South Park had anything to do with it, ironically enough. McGlynn to take the free kick. Can Philadelphia tie the game up? Cross in. Header save! As of now, LAFC would host the second leg of the semifinals. And then we go halftime. Halftime. 2-1 at the half. Right at the goalie. 2-1 at the half. 2-2 on aggregate. I mean, that works for me. 2-1. Halftime. Miedo tiempo. Esta noche. 2-2 global. Away goals. Goals de visitar de Philly. Philly away goals. They lead on away goals, Philly, but they are definitely walking a tightrope here. This game is interesting. I would agree. But with that being said, we have another 45 minutes. The winner of this game, or the winner of this tie, plays LAFC. And as of now, the winner of this tie would host the first leg of the semifinals. The second leg will be in LA, as of now. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this going, and we'll be ready for the second half. Sit tight. We will be back. Que partidazo, Ryan. Too bad I got to work early tomorrow. That sucks. But at least you got to watch a little bit of it. Toronto's LeBron toe tonight. LeBron had nothing to do with it. Sit tight. Be back. We are back for the stats at the half. 10 shots to 8, 6 shots on goal to 5, 1 assist to 1, 2 steals to 7, 7 fouls to 7, 56% possession to 44% possession, 0 offside to 0, 2 corners to 4, 187 correct passes to 132, 31 incorrect passes to 19, 218 passes to 191, 96, is that 86? 86% pass accuracy to 87. Cards, 1 yellow on either side, 1 yellow on both sides, no reds on either side. 2-1 on the night. 2-1 esta noche. 2-2 global. 2-2 on aggregate. Away goals towards Philly. They have the away goal, which gives them the lead as of now. But they are walking a tightrope. They're walking a tightrope here, and the comments are losing their mind as the stats are being read. But for me, Atlas have had 2 good goals, but there are some defensive lapses by Philly, I would say. I think the goals were based off some defensive lapses, and I think not Hernandez, Ozzy. Hold on. Herrera has had both assists. Herrera's had both assists. That's pretty good. Herrera's got both assists, 2 beautiful passes to set up the goals for Quinones and Furch. Carranza gets the onside check and given a goal. Philly has the away goal. Watch my prediction be correct about Rotlos winning the tie. Yeah. At this point, anything can happen. We got 45 minutes. This game's gone half and half. As long as Philly doesn't allow another goal, they're through. Or Philly scores. Either way, I mean, Philly did score 1. 45 minutes. It's going to be a tightrope. Game has gone completely nuts. It's half and half. Both teams have had their moments. Philly is still walking a tightrope. They have the lead as of now. They've made some great defensive plays, but there have been some defensive lapses that have allowed goals. This could be worse, though, but I think Atlas is slightly better on the night. At home, they are slightly better, but if Philly were to score that goal right there that went over the bar, they wouldn't be worrying right now. But Furch right at stoppage time gives the next 45 gives one objective in the next 45, score a goal and hold Philly scoreless. So for now, I think Atlas is slightly better, but Philly could easily turn this back around. We got another 45 minutes. We'll know our third semifinalist, and a team will be heartbroken on the night. A team will be heartbroken at the end of this night. And then we will know if it's a all MLS semi or a MLS versus Liga MX semi and an all Liga MX or possibly Honduran versus Mexico semi. Who knows? Because Motagua isn't out of it yet, and Tigres sacked their manager, Ruiz. What would your message be to Philly and Atlas if you were Jim Curtin and Mora? Here's my message to Philly. I'd be like, okay, you've played defensively well. Besides the 2 goals against, you've played defensively well. Keep your heads about you. Be tough. You could score goals. You've had some great offensive plays. This game is on the margins. This is a tight game. And it's about winning. It's about fighting. And you have that fight. You've shown fight. You've shown good play. You got to keep on going. Defend well. Take your shots. And once you do, if we don't end up winning, at least you can keep your heads held high. But you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting. You can't just give up now when you're on the tightrope. You have to keep walking. If I was Mora, I'd be like, the one job for you is to score. You score first, then we'll handle the defense. Then we'll fall back. Your job is to score. Your job is to go as fast as you can forward, as far as you can, as quick as you can, and overload that defense. And if you score, drop back, defend, cut them off at the pass. Don't let them get in behind at all. But right now, it's about scoring. But even then, don't let them get in behind. But you got to score now. Put them on the front. Put them on the front foot. Put them on the back foot. Put them on the back foot when they have to get a goal. Cut them off at the pass, but you got to score first. That's what you have to do. It's your house, your rules. You have to score first. You have the momentum. That's what I would say if I was Mora. This is your momentum. This is your house. You have the momentum. You need to score. It's about time. You go far. You go forward. You go fast. You overload them. Score. Fall back. Cut them off at the pass. Philly should have played like this against Club America in 2021. I agree. They probably would have won. They needed that experience, though. So it is what it is. But second half is about to start. Then we have Tigres Motagua tomorrow. Then the Gold Cup draw on Friday. I would run through a brick wall for Ryan if he was a manager. Swing your sword. That's all I'm saying. You have to find your inner pirate. Swing your sword. You have to swashbuckle your way to a win. Swing your sword. Find your inner pirate. You've never heard? I mean, like an actual knife, katana, sword, katana. I mean, that's not what the Pirates used, but whatever. You know my point. That ain't no pause. Find your inner pirate. Does it not compute? After I said find your inner pirate, does it not compute? Swashbuckling, does it not compute? Don't call me Jack Sparrow. That's a Mike Leach reference, not a Jack Sparrow reference. If you're going to say, okay, it better be Mike Leach. That's the point. Get the reference right. Get it right. Get it right. If we're going to rest in peace to the legend, Mike Leach. Rest in peace. Thoughts on the fact Coco will not call up Chicharito for April 19th. He's not fit. He's not fit. Coca is right. Chicharito's not fit yet. He just came back. So you're telling Chicharito, play another game, and I'm going to call you up for Continental Classico. That's not the right way. And I'm sure LA wouldn't like it either. But Chicharito's not even completely fit yet. I agree with Coca. He may suck as a manager, and he may have the FMF on him, but I think he's right. Why would you call up a guy who's not even fit yet? He just played 20 minutes. Chicharito just played, 20 minutes? Sub-appearance with LA? To me, that makes no sense. Jeff Hardy returned. Good for him. Good for him. AEW, I'm guessing? Good for Jeff. That's Wednesday, so yeah. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Yeah, good for Jeff. I'm happy he's back. Good for Jeff. 57 OKC, New Orleans Pelicans started third quarter. Nice. Chicharito was back. I forgot all about him. Yeah. Funnily enough, I just saw the post before this started, an hour before, 45 minutes before this started. I saw the post of him coming on. So, yeah. That's how I knew. I knew he was hurt, but he's back. Made a sub appearance. But again, why are you going to call up a guy for a friendly who's only had not even probably a full game? Because I guarantee you, Chicharito's not going to play a full 90 on Saturday. There's no way. And who knows if that 60 minutes plus 20 or whatever that sub appearance was adds up to 90. He's not fit. Simple as. He's not fit. I don't blame Coca for not calling him up. Coca still called up Henry Martin. Is he injured? He's in form. Henry Martin is in form. So you're telling me Henry Martin is in form right now? What? You want a Chicharito just getting back from injury over Henry Martin? I know your inner child, I know your young self wants to see Chicharito. I get it. But at this point, I think that time has passed. Henry Martin's playing great. Why you want Chicharito? I get your young self probably wants Chicharito. I get it. But at this point, second half's about to start. I just don't make no sense to me. Bringing Chicharito back to the national team for a freaking cash grab friendly. Has that ever transferred to LT? I think, didn't it during Nations League? It did for one window, and didn't it transfer for a friendly? Martin is bet for now, yeah. Second half has started. Philly has to get a goal here or keep it tied or keep a clean sheet the second half. That's the point. They have to not allow a goal in the second half or score a goal. Either way, they got to make their decision if they're going to park the bus or try to go for one as of now. They called up Roberto De La Cruz from Pachuca. Yeah, that's a pretty good call-up. But playing forward, and Gazdag doesn't get there. I want to see him score. I want to see the Atlas fans' reaction if Gazdag was to score. And hell, win the tie. Well, technically, they're already winning the tie, but put it away. You get my point, though. Like, to me, I will say this, an away goals win does not feel like a win. It kind of feels like you survived, you know? Like, if you go through on away goals, it feels like you survived. That's what it kind of feels like, but I don't know. I'm not discounting it. I think it should be there. Thank you, Winvo. I think it should be there, but winning on away goals feels like you just survived. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Headed away. Philly is looking like they're trying to do both defending and playing offense. I don't like that idea. Blake playing forward. I think being, in this case, as of now, 45 minutes, being pragmatic is not the way you want to play if you're Philadelphia. I don't think that's the way to do it. You either defend with your hearts, with the hearts on your sleeves, or you go offensively. You go all guns blazing to score the one goal that puts this away. You do either or. You don't do both. You don't defend and try to go for it. No. You're ahead on away goals. You either go all guns blazing to make sure you put this away and get that third goal that makes sure Atlas would have to score another 2, which by the time you score probably would have, they're pretty much out of it. Or you defend and hold on to that away goals. You do either or. You don't do both. You don't do both. Personally, in a situation like this, you have 45 minutes. You either defend with your hearts or you go all guns blazing. You don't do both. That's my point. You just don't do both. If it was me, you don't do both. You choose one or the other. If you hit on the counter, great. Great. You did both jobs. If you score again after they score, if you're going all out, well, that wins you the tie. That would be 3-2. That would win you the tie. On away goals, you're fine. I think it's more pertinent to choose a decision than do both. And Philly's doing both. Harriel came on at the half for Wagner, which honestly I think that may have been the better start. But Philadelphia just need to control. Yeah, but if you're going pragmatic, you're not controlling the game. You're not controlling the game if you're going pragmatic. I remember the craziest scoreline was Nashville and Club America where Barry missed all the shots. That's exactly what I'm saying. That if Philly goes offensive, that is a better choice. If you're controlling the game flow as Philly, you notch it up. You go into full gear. You go fully offensive. That's what you do. They're controlling the game flow. Play it forward. Would you be a better football or basketball manager? Football. I like basketball, but I don't think basketball is up. I could probably pick it up and do just fine, but I think I'd be just okay. I would never be a Chris Jans or John Calipari or that ilk or Coach K. I would not be. I'd be good enough. I think when it comes to football, that's like my bread and butter. Like if you told me, hey, coach this basketball team, I'd be like, okay. And I'd probably do fine. Probably more motivationally wise. But if I did like a 4-hour look at how basketball is played and figured every tactic out, I could probably do okay. And then with the motivation, there you go. But for me personally, if I was coaching, it would either be association football, soccer, or gridiron football. That's what it would be for me. I think baseball is a little bit too passive. I think hockey is similar, but I guess hockey's up there too. Those would be the 3 that I really could drill in and do amazingly. I think basketball, if I did a little bit, looked into it, figured things out, I'd probably do good, but I think the motivation would really put it forward. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got 17 points now. Good old Canadian boy. We love it. Philadelphia need to have some sort of ball and go forward. But if they're controlling the flow of the game, they could go forward. They could go all out. And they're controlling the flow of the game as of now. So if it's me, I say go forward. Being pragmatic is only going to bite you in the ass in a situation like this. You're in a hostile environment. You're away in a very hostile environment. The pressure cooker could blow up at any time. Philly seems a little shaky. Well, at this point, slightly right now, yeah. But a few minutes ago, that would have been the time to take it forward. How many gridiron offensive routes do you know off the top of your head? Curl, slants, bubble screen, 4 verticals, mesh. I know the air raid, buddy. Get a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander jersey because he's Canadian. Maybe I will. I do like the Thunder jerseys. Brother, I know the air raid, okay? Like, if I was coaching gridiron football, I would go full Mike Leach and just coach the air raid with some better defense. But I could do the defense as well. Probably the original air raid, like the Mike Leach version. I have that pirate mentality. So whether it's, and then I'm trying to come up with Hot Route 45. It's not part of the air raid. It's not part of the air raid stuff. No. Maybe there's a different name for it, but that's not what they call it in the air raid. So just throw it deep. Maybe that's in Madden. I know the route tree. Lugens Dort has 23 points. And I'm also definitely, I should have done it during the off season, but I'm definitely trying to make a tactics pack out of association football called swashbuckling football in honor of Mike Leach. It's like the air raid of association football. Basically what Morocco did at the World Cup, but more offensive because you're pressing so much, counter-pressing and defensive pressing so much that you cause a mistake. Pretty much, well, honestly, that's what St. Louis is doing, isn't it? Basically what Morocco did and kind of what St. Louis is doing, but a little bit more intensive, even more intensive. So maybe it wasn't. Well, like, I mean, St. Louis is kind of like the Dort going off. Good for him. Basically, St. Louis and Morocco are kind of what I'd be basing it off of as of now. What St. Louis and Morocco do. What Morocco did at the World Cup, what St. Louis is doing now, that's what I'd base the swashbuckling football off of. Because let's be honest, the air raid was based off the spread offense. It was based off something that was already there. And it was just kicked up a notch. So, by Hal Mummy and Mike Leach. So, 45th minute. Just what St. Louis and Morocco is doing. Put that together and flesh it out. You got swashbuckling football, but there you go. That's my way I'll honor the legend Mike Leach. Hopefully. And Bizo's not happy right now. 55th minute, 2-1. Run and shoot's another good name. Yeah, but the reason I want swashbuckling is it has that pirate reference like Leach did with the air raid. Like, that's why I wanted that. Like, I want the name to be swashbuckling because that's like the honor. Well, that's part of it, but honoring Leach with swashbuckling, the name swashbuckling is just fine by me. That's the way I see it. Like, yeah, run and shoot. If Leach wasn't, well, would I even be thinking about it if Leach wasn't dead? I don't know. But besides, there's a basketball offense called run and shoot. That doesn't seem, creative. That doesn't seem creative to me. 57th minute. I mean, Morocco probably would have made me think about it, but even then. Run and gun. There's a football offense. Gridiron called that. But yeah, run and gun's better if it wasn't swashbuckling. But yeah. I guarantee you Michael Bradley couldn't play in that system. There's another reason why I said I'd sit his ass down. Coelho could do it. K, I'm not completely sure, but I'd give him a chance. Shot saved by Blake. I'd give K a chance. Bradley can't. He doesn't have the legs. He doesn't have the legs, but Coelho does. And Cervania has more legs than K, but if I had to, I wouldn't be completely worried. If I had to worry about Bradley being part of that swashbuckling system, I'd be like, just let him play center back. Let him no. Rosted, go up. Bradley play center back. Rosted, go up. I'm going to try anything. I will try anything to make sure Bradley doesn't screw this up. That's the way it would be for me. If I had to. And this is why they should have never got rid of Ralph Priso. Oh, boy. Don't get me started. Gazdag plays it forward. 58th minute. And yeah, if there's any explanations of swashbuckling football, yeah, I would use Toronto as the example. Or a lineup based off them as the example. Hope OKC wins so I could see either Shy in the playoffs or Ant in the playoffs. Ant? Like, I know Shy, Gilgeous, Alexander. Who's Ant? I must have missed that. '59th minute. Anthony Edwards. Oh, I've never heard him called that. I've never heard him called Ant. Philly playing forward. Oh, Carranza stumbles over it. Yeah, I can see why somebody called him weak, actually. I could see why. I could actually see why. I could see why. 60th minute. That was, oh my. That Carranza run where he just like galloped over it. I was like, man, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? Blake with a save. Like, dude. He is weak. Like, legitimately. Whoever said that Carranza's weak, I think that's the spirit. That's the spirit, Isaiah. That's the spirit. Lamel. 60th minute. If only Olympia would have gone through, lost Philly would have had the easiest tie. Or Philly would have had the easiest tie. But do you really want that when Philly's about to walk into a buzzsaw? Do you really want the easiest tie? They wouldn't be prepared. I mean, what do you think about Rudy Gobert shoving that Kyle Anderson? Yeah, I was like, what? We're not talking about the basketball dude named after me. Rudy Gobert, that was some punk stuff. He was a punk for doing that. And then he walked away after he shoved Kyle. No relation, by the way. Just so you know, no relation. Rudy Gobert is a punk. Rudy Gobert is a punk incarnate. He shoves him and walks away. What are you doing? Like, that's just punk. Cross. That'll be headed away by Mbaizo. Philly almost gave one up. But, yeah. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious, Isaiah. That would be hilarious. Ooh. Are they saying that may have been a handball? Oh, nope. No check. Philly might have just screwed themselves over there, but luckily no check. 62nd minute. They're still ahead on away goals as of now, but they're being a bit too pragmatic. I told you it could bite them in the ass. As I said, you have the flow of the game. You play forward, go all guns blazing, score one, put this away. Especially now. About 63 minutes, you score one, this game's put away. But what did they do? What are they doing? They're not defending completely. They're not pushing forward. They're playing pragmatically by the way the game is flowing. And they're honestly letting Atlas have the flow of the game now. You don't do it. You don't do it. Brandon Ingram committed a flagrant foul on Dort. Elbowed him in the face. Yeah, that's a flagrant. Easy. That's a flagrant. Easy. Philly looks like they're about to make a sub here. 63rd minute. The camera's not. Bueno? No, Flock. Flock is coming in. They awarded a tech to Ingram, as they should. That is a technical foul, a flagrant. Yeah. Flock is coming on for Philly. Their second sub. They have 3 out for 2 windows. That'll be McGlynn for Flock. I mean, yeah, that's about right, yeah. How we doing? I mean, Flock is the one who should be, yeah, I think Flock. He should have started the game. I think McGlynn has been questionable at best. Philly has to really stop playing pragmatically. No, that's not the word. Damn it. I just let it slip. I just let the word slip from my mind. Pragmatically. It's not the word. Pragmatically. There we go. Pragmatically. You're right. They need to stop playing pragmatically. Yes. They need to go forward or just defend. Run out the time or just go forward. I don't know what. Fans booing Shazi shooting tech free throws. Ruling on the court is Dort still charged with a blocking foul, but Ingram will get the tech. Right to Blake. Robles. He didn't even hit his arm. Are we just looking at these freaking handballs? It's like, these could be if you really wanted to say they were, but I kind of feel like that's a Atlas VAR call that you don't want to see, personally. But that's just me. Cross! Past the post, or past the striker. Bedoya with a good cross, 65th minute. Philadelphia needs to score. They have the flow of the game. They need to find something here. If they score now, this game is as good as over because Atlas would have to score 2 more. And less than 30 minutes, even though Atlas were a bicampeon, as of now, I don't think it's that easy for Atlas to score 2 in less than 30 minutes. I think If Philly scores, they're safe. If they even let themselves back on the tightrope, that's a failure. If they score. But as of now, they're still on the tightrope. Can they give themselves some breathing room? But as of now, Philadelphia would be going to LAFC at the second leg and hosting the first leg of the semifinals as of now with the stats or the standings. The better ranked team hosts the second leg. One for Josh Giddey, Thunder taking over, and Pelicans crowd has gone quiet. Interesting. 66th minute. We're getting close to the end here. Gazdag to take, shot right to the keeper. What is the shortest height for a professional center back? Lissandro Martinez is only 5'9". Cannavaro was also only 5'9". I think that's where you're... Oh, wait, we got our comments back over here. Interesting. Okay, cool. We got them back. I'd say 5'9" is about the shortest you could be as a center back. I'd say 5'9" is about the shortest you could be. So that was weird. We got our comments back over here. Interesting. Maybe it like quickly reloaded. I don't know. Oh, brought down and that won't be a foul. Carranza brought down and that won't be a foul. I mean, come on now. 67th minute. That's a free kick for Atlas. 68th minute. Time is ticking. But as of now, Philly will still be going through even if they lose on the night. That had to have been a penalty since the way he was dropped. Yeah, but they didn't look at it. I feel like there's going to be some referee help here later on in this match. I'm starting to get that inkling that something is going to... The refs are going to do something to help Atlas. I just don't know what. But I have a feeling later in this match, I hate to say it, but I feel like that moment is coming that Atlas is going to get helped. I just feel like it is. I just feel like that's the case. They've been focusing on these handballs, possible handballs too much when there's not even a check. I'm not saying Fox is in on it, but I think there should have been a penalty for Philly on that Carranza tackle. They didn't give it. Here's advantage. Ura, cross, Flock, and they're not giving anything. But they already called advantage. They touched the ball. I don't know. 69th minute. See what I mean? I'm not crazy. And that'll be a free kick for Atlas. I saw. Happy to see it. Happy to see it. I definitely think the referees in this game are going to call something to help Atlas right at the end. I have a bad feeling. 70th minute. We got 20 to go. 2-1 on the night. 2-1 esta noche. 2-2 global. 2-2 on aggregate. Philly will advance on away goals as of now if this holds for another 20-plus minutes. They're doing enough to make it hold. Let's just see if they don't get screwed. I think as of now, no foul. Philly going forward. Herrera nearly got fouled. I think there could be a 5'6" center back in MLS. Yeah, that's just MLS, though, or USL. I wish referees were actually professional, knew how to call actual fouls instead of screwing the over team over, like what happened in New Zealand against Costa Rica. Still mad about that. That was a year ago. I don't even remember what you're pissed about. 70th minute, free kick for Philly. Free kick for the Union. What's the referee calling for? Stretcher job for Mbaizo. What a trade for Inter Miami today. They made their team better. I agree. They needed Kamal Miller. I think they need a good center back or a better center back. Matt Real coming on for Mbaizo. They will take off Mbaizo. They're going to make the sub. Low-key, this ref's ass. So I agree. I agree. 71st minute, by the way. Well, I'll wait for the free kick to happen, actually. Matt Real, 71st minute. Philly making a sub here. They have 2 more subs in 1 window. Yep. And Mbaizo off for Matt Real. 95-85 Thunder. Good for them. 72nd minute. A free kick for Philly. We needed Kamal Miller with an injury to Gregory and the defenses on defense. Deficiencies on defense. I agree with that. Cross in. Header. Past the post. That'll be a goal kick. But I agree. I think Kamal Miller will definitely help with the loss of Gregory. They needed a bruising defender because Gregory, a defensive midfielder, but he was a definite bruiser. Kamal Miller will do the same. I think they needed that, at least for now. But when Gregory comes back and Kamal Miller's still there, that's going to be a great defense. Miller, Kristoff, McVeigh. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that would be great, though. Flock plays forward. Philly to clear. Yes, they have a chance here. And then they also fleeced Montreal as well, so I'm completely happy with that deal. And I also get to be happy to watch Kamal Miller play, besides when he wears red. Because, again, I'm good with Inter Miami, so instead of feeling a bit guilty about enjoying watching him play, just like Kyoto, that I always do with Kyoto, because, again, Honduras is definitely a bit of a minefield with Canadians. Then in the midfield, it'll be Negri, Multa, Dixon, and Yedlin. Interesting. For now. 73rd minute. And then Martinez and 3-5. Stefanelli, Cam, Joseph, and Campana up top. Yeah. I'd say Stefanelli's better than Duke anyway, so that's a good move as of now. But if they could get Pozuelo back, that would really help. If they can't get Messi, they get Pozuelo. I heard they could get Busquets too. Miami. Or Busquets and Messi want to be there as a package deal, which that's actually pretty cool. 74th minute. Outlaws. Cross in. Furch, what a tackle. Out for a goal kick. And they're going to shithouse. Both of them. Still need Pozuelo or Messi. I would agree with that. Corner, actually. Corner for Atlas in the 74th. 15 minutes to go. Very close. They taken it. They played it short. Cross out for a throw. House. I mean, this house isn't bad, but I would definitely want a house that, matches my newfound wealth. 75th minute. Take a short break. I'll be back quickly. Goal kick here for Philly. Outlaws with the ball. 76th minute. Off the goal kick. That's a foul. Free kick for Outlaws in shooting range. Harriel gives it up. I don't know. I think that felt more like a fall than a push, but okay. Outlaws making their first sub. They still have 2 windows and 4 subs, so possibly 2 subs each. Making a sub here is Outlaws. 76th minute. This is a stubborn way to do it. 76th minute, 1 sub. All right. That's different. Gadi Aguirre is off from Mauro Manotas, former Dynamo man. Is it good the Phillies parking the bus? Yeah. Modern style glass house or classic European style mansion? Damn, that's a good question. Manotas, former Houston player, yeah. Honestly, the mansion. Give me the mansion. 77th minute. Shot, saved by Blake. Quinones right to Blake. Goal kick, 77th minute. 13 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Yep, 13 minutes. Philly might just finish this out. It's been a tough night for Philly, but on away goals, as of now, they'll be going through. If they score another, they're definitely through. As of now, they got to work through it. But here comes Ura. They have some open space. Could they find some here? Gazdag, Ura, Carranza. Carranza's on shot. Goal! 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 And he's offside again, they think. Damn it. And they say offside again. Offside, but they're going to check. I think that's a goal. Carranza goal, but it's offside. I think he got screwed again. Or he could get screwed. No, let me see here. Carranza's onside. Let's see if the ball forward. He stays in line. He stays in line. The ball is played. The ball is played. He's still in line with the last defender. He's onside. No, at an offside. He's onside again. What the hell? No way. He's onside. He was onside. He was in line with that last defender. The ball was played. He's on line. He made the run. It's a goal. Yes. They call it back, or they call it to a goal again. Yes. Carranza once again does not get robbed. He almost did, but again, his second is given. Julian Carranza. Goal, goal, goal. And it hit the defender anyway. So there you go. Gol de Philadelphia. Gol de Julian Carranza. 2-2, 2-2. Esta noche on the night. 2-3 global. Philly have finished this off. No way does Atlas score 2 in the next 10 minutes. 10 plus. Philly say hello to the semifinals. All MLS semifinal. All United States semifinal in the 79th minute. Philly got it. Philly looks, safe. I had to. Philly does look safe as of now. 10 minutes for Atlas to score 2 goals. I don't think they will unless the referees give them some help. 10 plus, I should say, because there'll be like 5 minutes of stoppage time. We look like we'll get an MLS Cup rematch in the semifinals as of now. If Philly could score again, it would be even more obvious. Kings of Concacaf at it again. You ain't won nothing, but the U.S., yes, but Philly, no. Kings of the East, yes. Arguable Kings of MLS, yes. Kings of CONCACAF, slow your roll. 80th minute, 10 to go. Bedoya with a throw-in. Philly has 2 more subs in 1 window. That's a free kick for Atlas. Philly has put this one away. Fourth quarter of the playing round between OKC Thunder and New Orleans Pelicans. I need y'all to throw your 4s up. 4. '81st minute. 2-2. 2-2. Philadelphia looks like they're going through to the semifinals to the Concacaf champion of the Concacaf Champions League. All MLS semifinal and a possible all Liga MX semifinal or a Mexico versus Honduras semifinal if Motagua does another upset. Well, I wouldn't be worried about that. The Sixers are going to lose in the second round. They're not going to lose in the final. They're not going to lose in the finals. There's no way they get there. The Bucks, or I should say the Eastern Conference Finals, the Bucks will win the Eastern Conference. Besides, what? You love pain? And technically, the CONCACAF Champions League final could be the quadruple. That still happens before the finals, NBA finals. Liga MX is actually ass right now. Honestly, yes. Cuatro. New Orleans came back, cut the deficit to 10 points. Nolans. Or a 10-point deficit to 2. I get it. 98-96 Thunder. Timeout OKC. Nolans is coming back. Just like after Katrina, Nolans is coming back strong. '83rd minute. They did come back strong after Katrina, so I'm not lying. 83rd minute. Yellow card for Nervo for Atlas. That's out for a goal kick in the 83rd minute. Carranza and Blake have carried Philadelphia tonight. I agree. And the referee's not screwing over Philadelphia either. That's the point. The 2 goals that Carranza scored were rightfully onside. They were rightfully given. Luckily, they looked at it. I'm actually shocked they gave them. To be honest. No, I have not, sadly. I have not. Lots of shrimp. I've not had Nolan-style gumbo. Because to honestly get Nolan-style gumbo, you got to be at Nolan's, I haven't tried it. I haven't been to New Orleans. Haven't tried it. I'd love to. But 84th minute. Nice. The line ref's trying his best. 84th minute. Playing forward. Gazdag. I'd love to see him score the 3rd goal. That would be beautiful. Plays over. Here's a shot. Uda! Save! Past the post. If Philadelphia wins, mind you, they will host the second leg. If they win tonight and score a 3rd goal, that is still up for grabs. If Philly wins on the night, not just the tie, but they win on the night, they would host the second leg of the semifinal. As of now, LAFC would still host the second leg. But if Philly were to score a 3rd goal and hold on to that win, they would host the second leg. They would have 10 points to LAFC's 9. No matter what, whoever wins the Tigres Motagua tie would still have to play the first leg at home, then the second leg at León. So that's already decided. But as of now, Marquez is off for Trejo. That's their second sub. Atlas with 3 in their last window. Philly with 2 for their last window if it's taken. Header, shot! Past the post. That'll be a goal kick. Quiñones puts it past. 85th minute. Put wide by Quiñones. Header, wide, goal kick. If Philly scores and wins, they would host the second leg of the semifinal, and the first leg would be in LA. Even though Philly are poor in MLS, they're doing pretty good in CCL. Goal kick for Philly. Glesnes to take. 86th minute. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Does Philly go for the on-the-night win to get that second leg? They're going to take their last sub, and it's only going to be 1. Quinn Sullivan coming on. No They're not going to use all 5, but they've used all 3 windows, but they will not use the 5th. And they're going to take off Carranza for Sullivan. 86th minute. Outlaw still has 1 more window with 3. Philly have used red card for Otto Rocha. Otto Rocha is off a second yellow. Philly's up a man. Once again, would you ever eat vanilla ice cream with Cheetos? No, that sounds disgusting. Quisquifo. That sounds disgusting. I like Cheetos. I like vanilla ice cream. That together sounds disgusting. Red card, Otto Rocha, descent. Second yellow, he's off. He's off. He got 2 yellow cards in 1 chance. Dude was not even on a yellow. He gets a yellow card for dissent. Then he keeps talking to the referee, gets him sent off. Wasn't a straight red, but Philly's up a man. If they score and they hold on, they go host the second leg of the semifinal. They would have to go to LA for the first leg. Kevin Sullivan, you're saying he's better than you're saying Kevin is better than Quinn? Well, then again, Paxton arguably is better than Brendan, so that may just be a thing with Philly. Philly looking for a third. Gazdag plays it in right to the keeper. 87th minute, up a man. Philly could easily go for a third here. You're going through anyway. If you allow one, you're still going through on away goals. At this point, you got to play for seeding. And if Outlaws is getting aggressive, it will be a free kick. You got to go for 3. You got to go for the win on the night to host that second leg. You might as well. And I think Philly is. 88th minute. 88th minute. And it's a card fest. The keeper, Hernandez, gets a yellow. Yeah, I like the play-in edition. I agree. I think it's great. 88th minute, 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Philly looking for the on-the-night win. If they get that, they will host the second leg over LAFC. LAFC would host the first leg at LA. Second leg will be at Subaru Park. Gazdag. Still Philly. Still with Philly. Outlaws are losing their head. El Brujo plays it on to Hernandez. Goal kick. 89th minute. A minute plus stoppage time to go. Philly is going to the semifinal. This rest of the game is for seeding purposes. Will they host the second leg or will they have to go to LA for the second leg? If Philly draws, they go to LA for the second leg, host the first leg. If they win, they go to LA for the first, host the second, which could change the whole save over the bar. That'll be a goal kick for Blake. It goes over. That could change the whole characterization of the semifinals depending on where that second leg will be. No touch over the bar, goal kick for Blake. 30 seconds before stoppage time. We're probably getting 5 minutes. I would say this definitely could be a 3-2 win for Philly. You think Mallory Swanson could still play at the World Cup, Australia, New Zealand? No. No. Throw in for Outlaws. 15 seconds before stoppage time. Yellow card for Hernandez. That was 2 minutes ago, but okay. Outlaws. 90th minute. 6 minutes of stoppage time. 6 minutes. Not just 5 more minutes, but 6. Goal kick for Blake. We got a good one here. Does Philly find that goal? Does Philly find the winner on the night to put them top of the table in Concacaf Champions League, in the catbird seat, They would host the second leg of the semi, and if they go through, they would host the second leg of the final. They would be in the catbird seat for that as of now if they score a third goal. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes to go left in this game. 2-2, 2-2 esta noche, 2-3 global. Wild ride, buckle up for 6 minutes. I agree. But Philly's up a man. They're up a man with 5 minutes to go, and they've been putting on the afterburners. They want that. They want that hosting slot for the second leg. They want that. I agree. Well-deserved for Atlas fans to get their hearts broken like this. Told you it was a pressure cooker, and they actually fell for it. They actually hurt themselves by being a pressure cooker. What would you think? What'd you expect? 92nd minute. That'll be 4 to go. 4:30 to go, I should say. Congrats, Philly. I think it feels better if they win on the night, but that's just me. I got to do the RSR, and by the time, if I wait, it's going to be 12 o'clock. I got to get this done. 92nd minute. If I wait like 10, 15 minutes, that's probably not smart for the review. So it is what it is. 92nd minute. 2-2, 2-2, 2-3 on aggregate. 2-3 global. Philly is in the lead. And they will go through. It's just a matter if they win for seeding purposes. No foul. Philly could go forward. Herrera not fouled. Ola says dupe. I agree. Better off, exactly. We're the best. Have you ever fasted an entire day? No. I don't think so. No, I at least eat once. I don't. And besides, I think fasting means all you can drink is, well, I don't know if you could drink at all, but I think if you do, it has to be water. So even then, I haven't. Congrats, Philadelphia fans. But again, Southern Baptist, I'm not. I respect Islam, but I'm not Muslim, so. And I haven't had any surgeries that made me fast either, because, for an entire day. Because sometimes, But either way, 94th minute. Not even Jalisco they could win. Saying Philly couldn't or Atlas couldn't. They thought it'd be good to make it a pressure cooker. They did not. It did not work out their way. To go. Philly looking for a winning goal to put them as the top seed in Champions League, right to the keeper, Hernandez, Atlas. I don't know if Philly will get that goal, but they are going to the semifinals no matter what. Uda almost. I wish he got it. I think Philly would really need to host the second leg at home. I think they really need to. Friday I'm doing Gold Cup, so there's that. Saturday's TFC. Over to bar. 1 minute to go. Philly to the semifinals looks like the likelihood. It just depends on the seeding. They are in the semis. And this is just about seeding at this point. Do they get the goal? Still turn it around for LAFC. I hope that's what really wakes up Philly, getting that rematch. I would think that the good thing is that rematch would wake them up. But is it enough with the way LAFC is playing? Is it enough to be woken up? Subaru Park, the first game versus Atlas, Cup favorites at the start. Not after these first couple of weeks. Free kick for Atlas. 30 seconds to go. Seemed like a great game. 27-9-7 for Giddy. Good game. 15 seconds. It looks like Philly will draw, which means they will have to host. Full time. Philly is through to the semifinals. 2-2 on the night. 2-3 on aggregate. 2-2 esta noche. 2-3 global. Philadelphia Union to the semifinals against LAFC. Philadelphia Union avanza de las semifinales contra LAFC, La Liga de Campeones de Concacaf de Scotiabank. Philadelphia is through. Big win. Well, for the tie. Big draw tonight for Philly down in Jalisco in the pressure cooker, and they get it done. Philadelphia, dominant, or not dominant, but they do the job. And they didn't get screwed over by the ref either, but that's a big point. That's a big point. Philadelphia Union, LAFC will be an all MLS semifinal, all United States semifinal on the right side of the CCL bracket. We could have an all Mexican semifinal on the left side of the bracket between Tigres and Leon. Motagua could still make it Mexico versus Honduras, but we could have MLS versus Liga MX final once again. A confirmed MLS versus Liga MX final. At the end of tomorrow night, we will know if that's the case. Or if Club Leon has to win to make it that way. But we know an MLS team will be in the final as of tonight. We know that. But tomorrow we got Tigres versus Motagua. We'll be live for it. We'll end the quarterfinals with a bang. It's a tight game as well. Just like tonight, the 90 minutes will matter. 9 o'clock. We'll be there. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification once subscribe, send super chats on the live streams, comment on this video, share this with your friends and family, all that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match, and I'll see you on Thursday for Tigres versus Motagua. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations, Philly. Commiserations, Outlaws.